What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I'm not in this one. I'm having Wi-Fi issues again, and the software that I use to connect to OBS and all that stuff is actually done through Wi-Fi. The USB doesn't work because I use my cell phone as a front-facing camera to get me in the video. So yeah, I'll probably end up picking up like a legit camera pretty soon because it's just time. I've been doing reaction videos for a while now. So if you guys are interested in red pill stuff, only if you're interested though. I don't want people that think they're interested in red pill stuff and then they go over, they're like, I'm not watching any of this, and then they don't click on it, right? So only if you're interested in red pill stuff. My other channel will be in the description box and down below where we talk about red pill stuff. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this video here. I've been getting more and more people asking me to cover certain people. She is one of them. I've heard about her, just kind of like Courtney Ryan. Like I didn't really understand, like, you know, because again, as a coach, I don't really watch other coaches. I just gave my thoughts and kept it moving. Did coaching calls and just kept it moving. But I actually am really learning about what they have to say and their angle, which is really cool. And I've never seen a video from her before. So let's get into this. I'm going to up the speed a little bit, just to 1.2, and we'll go from there.
Do this one thing in order for her to regret losing you. Doesn't this sound pretty interesting? Well, I'm going to talk about this one thing that men need to do to regret this woman from basically losing you. And this could be really tailored to anybody. I think that this is something that I want to address just really quick. I don't want you guys to think that this is coming from spite or manipulation, like I'm going to have to do this one thing in order to make her regret losing me. I will say, if this is something that happens to you often and women are constantly leaving you or asking for space or breaking up with you, I would try to ask you to identify a problem or an issue that is going on with the women that possibly you're choosing or how you're showing up in your dating or relationships. And I have plenty of videos for those. So go ahead and look up here on the cards and also watch at the very end as I have something special for you in regard.
I like that take. Take a look at what you're doing. Take a look at your own. Okay, so this is kind of like one of those, you know, philosophical, or not philosophical. I'm sorry, stoic thoughts. What can you control, right? I have what's it called? What's that book called? I don't know where I put it. I don't know. I have one of the books that is by Ryan Holiday. I can't remember where it is. Anyway, it's got the stoic, like daily stoic practices, and one of the first ones, and like I think the first, like, it's in the first 40 pages. I can't remember exactly where, and it literally says, what can you control? What is it that you can control? See, a lot of people are wrapped up in what they cannot control. What is she doing? Who is she talking to? What is she thinking? What is he thinking? What is he doing? Right? A lot of girls have been emailing me since I've been doing reactions because my channel's growing. So I'm getting more girls, and they're liking my approach, and they're like, hey, can you give me advice? So girls, if you're watching, you're going to actually, it's the same idea. There's just little differences in how we respond as men. Okay. And if there's a difference, I will point it out. So I like that take. What can you control? What is it that you can actually, you know, identify and go, is this something that I've been doing wrong? Is this something that, you know, I've been fucking up? What am I doing? Am I hard to talk to? Am I hard to be around? Like, these are things that you should think about. That's pretty cool.
Regards to this. But with this said, I really do believe that when we can create a dynamic to make a woman regret leaving us, it's because we've become a better person overall in general in all aspects of our life. And I'm going to show you how in this video.
Facts. That's a fact. Okay, so kings, work on yourselves, improve yourselves. I mean, this is the number one best advice that you're going to hear is work on yourself, right? And that being able to take your energy back, right? Being able to take your focus and put it back onto you and really make a difference and change, right? And change for the better. I'm not saying you want to change for them. You shouldn't. You should change for you. But that's a huge, huge thing, guys. So make sure you let them go. Make sure you let them go. Make sure you let them go. That's going to make you a lot more attractive. And they'll respect you because you gave them space, right?
If this is your first time visiting, I welcome you. Hello, my name is Apollonia Puente. I'm the founder of ApolloniaPuente.com. And I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach for you men to master your attraction skills and really build and create the life overall that you want outside of your love, dating, relationships, but really, on general, yourself. And so let's be honest, when someone leaves us, it is very validating to us when they're like, oh, wow, look at how far he's come or look how far she's come, right? And they see us in a different light, right? I think the biggest thing that you can do if you're experiencing somebody that you want to try to get back or attract back, what happens here is when we create a space within us to get better at who we are, and this is self-worth, it is integrity and self-esteem. And I think that if we are at a point of our life that we know that this thing that we have done and created in our relationships haven't always been so well, and the relationship with this woman possibly wasn't the way that you wanted to go, or maybe you didn't even show up as your best self in this relationship, I would encourage you to really check in and self-examine exactly why you didn't show up as you in this relationship, and then create. And the visual aspect as well is how would you have showed up in this relationship? How would you want this woman to perceive you? But also, how would you want to perceive yourself in these relationships with women? And so when we can do this, it really gives us an idea, right? Of, all right, who do I need to become? Because everything is already in you. So It's about self-worth, integrity, right? And integrity is not faking it and hiring or being around all these girls and being like, oh, I'm going to make her regret losing me, and I'm going to be all and showcase all these girls on Instagram, and I'm going to be out partying and doing all this. No, it's really about, how are you standing in your integrity? What are you doing? Maybe you're going out traveling. Maybe you're experiencing better relationships with friends. Maybe you're getting yourself back out there. Maybe you're losing the weight that you had to lose. Maybe you're going back into your hobbies and you're trying salsa dancing, or you're trying other things like race car driving, for example. I had a client just doing that the other day. He told me, and it was pretty amazing. And so what happens is when we start to...
Fun fact, that's actually always been my dream. In case, I know many of you probably, whoever's new, right? Actually, maybe I never really even spoke about this, actually. I actually always wanted to be a race car driver when I was a kid, like Formula One. I don't watch it anymore. I used to watch it when I was a kid, but that's kind of like, what do you want to be when you grow up, Kyle? Oh. Everyone's like firefighter, police. I'm like, I want to drive cars. So fun fact, but guys.
I had a client just doing that the other day. He told me, and it was pretty amazing. And so what happens is when we start to contribute to ourselves and our own worth and our own self-esteem, what happens is we start to change. And a lot of times women and people can see you differently. It's still the same person, but energetically you look different. And so now you create an atmosphere where people start coming to you and you become like...
Isn't this interesting? There are so many coaches, right? And look, I have a mentor, guys. I have people around me that are much better than me in terms of where they are in life. They all talk about energy. Okay? They talk about harnessing energy, controlling energy, putting your energy out there. What you give, you get back, etc. Okay? Now, it's very important that we understand our power and what we can actually do and control. And I just find it very interesting that people are so quick and easy to discard the idea of energy and spirituality and shit like that because they've never heard of it, or they've never thought about it. They're like, whatever it is, it's just this woo pseudoscience crap, whatever, right? But isn't it interesting? And I always use this as an example. When women come back, right? For all the fellows watching, ladies watching too. When people come back to you, it's because they sense, that's when they call you, right? When you're over them, right? They sense that you've moved on. They sense that you don't care anymore. And now that you don't care, they're like, and then they go and test it. It's not like they consciously choose to test it either. They just test it. They're like, oh, hey. And then will they actually respond to you? So anyway, let's let her finish up.
Energetically, you look different. And so now you create an atmosphere where people start coming to you and you become like this magnet in a way. And so there's a lot of things that people will do outside of this and trying to manipulate a situation or trying to say, oh, I have to become this certain person, or I have to act this certain way. I have to act like this huge alpha man that has so many women, and I've got to kind of show her what's up, right? Well, yeah, that might work, but it might work for the wrong women, especially if you're looking for some type of quality relationship and really a beautiful woman that has standards for the man that she dates as well. And so with that said is we need to stop faking it. You need to stop, faking like, oh, I have to act a certain way, and instead embody the way that you want to be. And so that starts with you. It starts with the personal work. It starts with examining why these behaviors possibly show up in these relationships that you have that you don't want to have in the future relationships, and really being intentful in your life. It's purpose-driven. And also, how is your relationship? If you believe in a higher power, right? Do you have a relationship with that higher power, right? And also, too, I would really encourage you to look at all avenues of your life, meaning your relationships, the family relationships, friendships, your financial relationships, right? How are you in finance? How about career and purpose? How are you there? Community, physical, your fitness, and then your mental health. These are all the areas that I would really try for you to self-examine in. This is what we actually do in our coaching sessions, is we actually help you self-examine your life and what areas of your life do we need to focus on. And a lot of times we get into sessions, me and my coaches will get into sessions. A lot of times you come in with a problem that you think you have, and we started getting conversation and we're like, wow, this is what it really is. And
that is 100% true. See, when I do coaching sessions with people, they're like, I really want my ex back, or I really want this person just to talk to me. And then we end up doing some work, right? And I'll show you guys after she's done talking what work we do. But we end up doing work and realizing that they are feeling a sense of fear, right? They're apathetic. They're shameful. And you guys probably know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to show you in a minute. It did pop up for a sec, but you'll see it. And I really want you guys to really take that in, because when you do that work and you actually raise your consciousness level, you raise your vibration. Again, I know some people are going to be like, woo woo. Oh no, don't do that. But I promise you, there are like attracts like in this world. Okay. And I'll talk about that in a minute.
Starts to blend together and you'd start to do the deeper work. And then at one point, a lot of times we get into this work and we get into coaching and we start to gravitate and women start to come to us. And men start getting women, and now their issue is, who do I pick, right?
Exactly.
Because when you start working from the inside out,
it's an abundance mentality.
This is how you make a woman regret leaving you. My biggest motto is, you have to create a life that is so great that anybody would be a fool to leave you. Mm-hmm. And not only a life, but you have to create a person that is so great that they would be a fool to leave you.
So guys, do you do this work? Do you focus on this at all as a person? Because it's extremely important what she's saying. Okay? This right here is exactly why you most likely are going through your breakup, because pain is going to reveal things to you. Okay? That's why when in the society we live in a coddling anti-pain society. Okay? Don't bully that kid. Don't do this. And yeah, of course there are tragic things that happen. Some people commit suicide. You know what I mean? Like, there's obviously terrible things that happen, but a lot of the times you go through things because you need to. Okay? You need to, in order to go, okay, I'm facing this pain and I'm going to come out the other side better. Some people don't. And of course, there can be people that disagree and they're like, oh, but I'm going to pull this over. Okay. Now, this is called this particular power force part is called the Hawkins scale of consciousness, but you guys can look this up. Okay. And basically, if you take a look here, so on my chart that I have that I've showed you guys in the past, this is red and then green, blue, and then purple, right? But it's like in my chart, I think it's red, yellow, green, blue. It doesn't matter. So just with the sake of this chart in front of you, orange, right? This is orange, at least on my eyeballs, it is. Look at what the left consciousness level is. So shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear. So in the Sedona method, it's ag flap. So apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, and pride, right? They categorize it a little bit differently, but still it's the same shit. Look on the right. What's the actual experience going on? Despair, hopelessness, or hopeless, surviving. What do most people say? How are you, bro? Oh, I'm living the dream, bro. Oh, yeah. That's because they're down here. Okay, working a shit job they hate. Barely they're eating shitty fucking food that it's garbage for you. Again, unconscious. Like, how many people out there do you know that act like bots? Fucking NPCs, bro. Totally programmed. Okay, and this is shit we're going to talk about on the Red Pill channel. Defeated, lethargic, I lose, nothing works for me. Every relationship I get into sucks, right? So as you climb these, you're going to see how much more alive you feel. So going into, this is still force down here, okay? As soon as, courage is kind of where it goes both ways. It's in the blue and the green because you can literally, you're getting into more power. But what she's talking about in this video is when you get into this power section. Okay. So let's go through green first. Self-reliance, control, hyperactive, competition, hustle, determination. So these are good, right? Like, you can use anger to, get yourself fucking motivated and hit the gym and just start smashing goals. You need that anger, right? Andrew Tate talks about that. Use anger. Get angry because it gets you to think about where the fuck you are in life. Desire, that's lusting over things. This can actually get you to push to do things, but sometimes you can actually make the wrong choices here. Pride and courage. So courage, right? And again, this is all in the Hawkins Letting Go, okay, the book. But courage is where things begin to change, okay? This is the area where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go forward, okay? So now there's neutrality, willingness, acceptance, and reason. Acceptance is a major paradigm shift for most people. It was for me. So at ease, creative, conscious, cooperative, productive, happy. This is where I am most of the time, guys. Okay? This is where things flow. You make, because you, okay, let me just put this in a practical sense for you. Because I make this channel, I'm creative, right? Creative enough. I'm fucking garbage with actual like art creation, but I've made before the reaction videos, I've made like, I don't know, 600 videos in this space, and like thousands of others on other YouTube channels. Creative, okay? Because I'm creative enough to do YouTube, right? And Google and make blog posts and create my company, I get in contact with people that are also here. Okay. So that means I'm going to cooperate with people. And of course, this is way beyond this, just that like little fucking example I gave you. Productive. Now, because I'm productive, now I'm meeting other people that are thinking, acting, and acting like me. Okay. So that's why like attracts like. Okay. So you become productive instead of unconscious, defeated, like barely surviving. And now you go over here to this area. And then you're going to start meeting people. You're going to start making more money. That's why this is the whole law of attraction shit. Okay. Now the next area, of course, is love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. So this is exactly what I'm aiming for. I don't feel like I need to be here because, again, I think that's desire, but that's where my goal. You can have goals without being needy towards those goals. You know it's gonna come. Right? Influence, compassion, trust, fearlessness. I have these already. And this is where synchronicity kicks in. Everything's working for you. Life does work for you, but you have to see it that way. And you only see it that way when you climb this fucking chart here. Okay? So synchronicity, right? In service. So serving other people, helping other people. I think we all have that, but we also all need to feel good and okay on our own as individuals to even want to help other people. And that's the way the system is designed. It's designed to keep you, it's designed to keep it difficult, but never has it been so easy to make money now. You guys just have to get a skill up, a high paying skill. Video creation, video editing is get good at something and offer it to a lot of people. Okay? So that's going to be in the books, guys. It's extremely important for you guys to see this. Okay. And start acting like this. I hope that this opens your eyes a little bit, because once you get here, right? A lot of my students get here, and then relationships are going to work out. Like this is the relationship going to be kind of like the last thing that you think about when you're here, because you're going to be influencing people. You're going to be helping people. You're going to be focused on being the best version of yourself. You're going to be kicking ass. Okay. So anyway, if you guys want coaching with me and we can work on all this shit, let me know in the, all my contact information is in the description box below. You can actually head to my website, masculineenergy.net, and you can actually reach out. There's a little WhatsApp button that you guys can click on, and you guys can easily send me a message about coaching. And if you want coaching like right away, so let me just move this over here. So if you actually look at this, okay, it's right here. So you just click this button right here, and you're literally going to be able to this is all being redesigned, by the way. So that's why the like make money coaching isn't there yet. I have a whole thing about that. There will probably be another site going up too for the red pill stuff, or maybe I'll just use this site. I'm probably going to do my blog here too, talking about like, certain things, but down here in the bottom right is where you guys get in contact with me, you click on this and you can do coaching, or you can just go to get your X-Back coaching right here. Okay. So you click that and you watch the video and you pick which one you want. Again, this is being redesigned because this is ass. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, and I'm done.